Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Dogecast. On this episode, I'm going to report to you on how the Twitch meeting went between the lead developer of Dogecoin, Ross Nakal, and the co-founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. Some really important things came up that I need to share with you. I'm also going to play one of the video footages and leave the link to the entire thing below. Also, I want to talk about the SEC's report to Congress, which actually, let's just talk about it right now. It was a big nothing egg. Nothing. There's nothing of it. And matter of fact, the SEC is leaving cryptocurrency off of its entire 2021 regulation list. So as we expected, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, just because we have this government agency saying that it needs to have a report on the regulation of cryptocurrencies. So let's move on to the much more important thing, the fact that we do have this Doge Ethereum bridge that's occurring and sort of this good relationship that's starting to form between the developers of Ethereum and Dogecoin. So they did have a Twitch meeting. I have some notes here that I'm going to read for you, and then I'm going to play one really important part that I think was the most interesting. So there was the introductions. One of the important parts, right around 21 minutes, 15 seconds, is talking about what the Doge Ethereum bridge is, and that was handed off to Oscar. If you want to watch that, you can on your own. You know, it's sort of a complicated thing. There is other bridges that have been created, but this is a specific bridge for Doge and Ethereum. Basically, of course, the coins can be transferred back and forth. And then they were asked, what are you most excited about when it comes to the Doge Ethereum bridge? Again, they went into some more technicals, but basically the fact that Dogecoin gets a lot of efficiency gains by doing this, which is really important. At around 30 minutes, what is your technical vision for Dogecoin? This was asked to Ross Nakal, who is the lead developer of Dogecoin, and the big thing was getting the upgrade out. Upgrade 1.21, that is his big vision right now. He wants the Doge bridge to Ethereum completion done. And then he also wants to focus on scaling. So that means speed, scaling up the amount of transactions. So those are the big things he's focusing on right now. And then I'm going to play for you this part. This was actually a question that Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, asked to Ross Nakal.
There's definitely a lot of problems that are technical, right? Like scalability is like it's a problem with plenty of social consequences, but it's also one that you can solve technically, which is nice. Do you see people asking for fast confirmation times, by the way?
I was going to say, I know one person who has, quite a high-profile person did. Yeah. I think so. I think there's a very compelling case made that if I, people go, "What do you see? How do you see Dogecoin?" I really want to buy coffee with Dogecoin, and they go, "Is a minute fast enough?" And I go, "Ooh, awkward question." So I have to admit, that is one where it would be great to go into a coffee shop and they say, "Oh, great, we take Dogecoin." So I tap my phone on a payment platform.
A really interesting exchange there. So that was Vitalik Buterin who posed the questions to Ross Nakal, and he's saying, hey, is anyone asking for faster confirmation times? Basically, this idea of transaction speed, the number of transactions that can be processed in any given second. Right now, most of the cryptocurrencies are really struggling with that. And that's one of the big practical use things is because, as Ross Nakal said, I want to go buy a cup of coffee with Dogecoin. Is this possible? Well, when you look at using a credit card like Visa, American Express, Discover, it is possible. They can handle thousands upon thousands of transactions per second. Matter of fact, many times you may have been trying to buy a cup of coffee or went to the supermarket, and all of a sudden it takes just a little longer to process your transaction. That's because the credit card companies are handling a high volume of transactions at that moment. But what about Dogecoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin? Can they do the same thing? And the answer is right now, not really. They can't handle thousands of transactions per second. And they're trying to solve this problem. And this is why Vitalik Buterin posed this question to Ross Nakal. And it was interesting because Ross Nakal said, well, we have had a little bit of a high-profile individual who's been talking to us about that. He's clearly talking about Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is pushing the developers of Dogecoin to increase their confirmation times and their transaction speeds. And we know that Elon really thinks the development should go to the base layer blockchain transaction, which they can do a couple of things to increase it to maybe 100 or 200 transactions per second. But in order to be usable in a real way, they really need to get into the thousands of transactions per second, which is why some of these blockchains, some of these cryptocurrencies are experimenting with layer 2 and layer 3 solutions, but they come with their own problems. And so there's a lot of technical issues there that they're trying to resolve. Basically, I can tell you this. Everything is not figured out right now. A lot of these developers are trying to work through problems. So is Ethereum, so is Bitcoin. But what's going on right now with investors is they're starting to put their money into the pony they think is going to figure it out. Is Ethereum going to do it? Well, Ethereum's got some really good ideas. I mean, Vitalik Buterin, very smart guy. Is Bitcoin going to do it? I mean, they're the most developed at this point. They have a huge development team. Can the underdog, Dogecoin, be the one that figures it out? Will Elon Musk put money behind it and have developers come alongside the developers that are working right now to really push Dogecoin into the future? Who will the people be behind? Because right now, these coins aren't fully there yet. Oh, we want Amazon to accept these coins. That's great. But what if 5,000 people want to make a purchase in a 2-second period using Dogecoin? It won't work. What if they want to do it using Ethereum? It won't work right now. You'll be sitting there waiting for like 2 minutes for your transaction to go through. They need to improve that. But this is a good time for Dogecoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin to be working on this. And I bet you within a couple of years' time, they are going to improve it, which is one of the reasons why Amazon couldn't accept Dogecoin tomorrow or Bitcoin tomorrow. It just simply wouldn't work. None of them have solved these problems. But the cool thing is that there is a bridge between Dogecoin and Ethereum that's being worked on. It is going to happen. The 1.21 upgrade is going to happen. The lower transaction fees is going to happen, and we have greater efficiency coming to Dogecoin. We have these developers who are super excited about building this program up, and so all good news right now. The SEC's report to Congress came a big nothing from that, big nothing egg on that. And so now let's get away from it for about a week and move on into the fall season. And I think as people's eyes begin to shift more and more away from cryptocurrency again, and it's because it was the big thing with everyone in the last couple of months. Like, hey, everyone, let's look at all the bad cryptocurrency stuff. Then they get tired of it. They move on to something else. And hopefully as that happens, things can begin to stabilize. And I think that's what we're starting to see right now. So this is Dogecoin on the day as of 12 a.m. this morning, and this is July 29th. I'm reporting right around 12:32 right now. Dogecoin up about 0.32%, so really not moving much right now, but this is sort of what we expect. We expect it to start going horizontal. If we go to the week, you can see it was kind of rising up on this line of inclination, and it continued, and right now it's sort of fallen off the line of inclination to more of a horizontal sort of picture. This was the Amazon bump, and then the Amazon news came out that it wasn't the specifics of Amazon accepting cryptocurrencies wasn't exactly true. But we would be fine with Dogecoin going horizontal. That would not be a problem. The 3-month chart, you can see we've gotten off of this line of declination and it's gone horizontal. Very good. Stay horizontal. It doesn't mean there can't be dips. There can be dips on a horizontal, but it does likely mean that the crazy volatility is done. The fact that Doge would move to like 5 cents or 6 cents or 9 cents again, that is done. Can a dip happen where Doge goes down to 18 cents or 17 cents again? It's possible. But if we can stay horizontal for a few more days, it really alleviates the pressure and the idea that Doge could really collapse. In addition, Bitcoin's doing really well, and so is Ethereum and a lot of the other major cryptocurrencies. So with this horizontal move and the other cryptocurrencies doing well, and a big nothing egg from the SEC, and the fact that these developers are continuing to working on upgrading this, and there's really good news all around generally, except for regulators and their eyes, I think that we go to horizontal. And now how long we stay there, not sure. When do we begin to start to see the next like big pumps? Not sure. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, when the pumps happen, it happens big time. It's just, all of a sudden you're at 20, 21, 22 cents. And then within a couple of weeks, you're at 43 cents, 45 cents. 50 cents. You've almost doubled in a matter of weeks because the pump is just happening, and people are beginning to start to put their money and their bet into the fact that this is going to be proof of concept. It is going to actually work. So that was really the big news. So we're just going to we're moving into just a holding pattern at this point. wait and see what the news is, see what the development is. But I'm excited for the 1.21 upgrade too. So I'm gonna piggyback on what Ross Nicole said on that. That is gonna be the next big thing for Dogecoin. Other than that, another big thing for Dogecoin is when Robinhood can finally get its act together and get its crypto wallet out. That will also be huge for Dogecoin. Then of course, when there's other companies that start to accept it, Tesla will eventually accept Dogecoin. And Tesla, people buying Teslas with Dogecoin is a lot easier than people using Dogecoin over Amazon, simply because of the amount of transactions. So how many people are going to want to buy a Tesla with Dogecoin in any given second? Probably not even one at this point, right? So those transactions can work. How many people in any given second are going to want to use Dogecoin to do a purchase on Amazon? Well, right now, maybe not many, but if it becomes bigger, that's a much harder thing to handle. Tesla can definitely integrate Dogecoin and it can work. And that'd be a cool thing, because then they could start to see how it works in real time, in a real world application. And then they can learn from that, and the developers can use that, upgrade the system, and prepare it for something much bigger like an Amazon. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, I will catch you next time.